Hey everyone, Jackie here from Enjoying Life's Journey. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another monthly budget report card. I'm excited. We are making some progress on our baby step 3. Also, we have some changes that are going to be happening. Seems like every month there's something kind of changing or something doesn't go according to plan. In this case, though, it's actually for the better. So stay tuned and you'll find out more about that. All right, so we're going to jump in April. We're going to see how we did. We actually did really good. So starting off, income. If you're not familiar with how I do my budget report cards, I'm not really going to explain it too much. You'll kind of feel it out as we go, or you can also watch previous month's videos. So we start off with income. We have our budgeted amount and then the actual amount. If it's green, we did better. Blue, we were right on. Red, we didn't do quite as good. So Ricky, we budgeted $1,436, and he actually made a little bit more, $1,480.36. So that was good. We budgeted $1,000 for me, and that was just working, delivering pizzas at Domino's, kind of trying to figure out what tips I would get. And I actually ended up making $1,660.20, quite a bit higher. Also, within that, I was paid Google from my YouTube videos. And basically, right now I'm probably averaging about $45 a month from YouTube, and Google's the one that pays you, but they don't send you a check, or they don't pay you until you've at least earned $100. So it was like $132 and some change is what I got. So I'm kind of every 3 months or so I'm getting a check from Google. So that's nice because that's increasing from when I started my channel back in 2013. Obviously I didn't get any money, so that's nice. So that was quite a bit higher. And then extra here, we actually made $4,000. We sold both of the motorcycles. Now we probably could have got more, but we just took them to kind of like a motorcycle dealership and just sold them there. So we basically got like the trade-in value versus the retail value. And that's just because I really didn't want to deal with the hassle of trying to sell those myself, taking up so much time, especially because we are planning on hitting the road full-time sometime in September, so we can start our first work camping job in October. And so I would rather have more time to shop for my RV than to worry about selling the motorcycles. So we got 4,000. I'm happy with that. It only took like 30 minutes. We took the motorcycles down there and it was done. So that is nice. And then we had our rollover from the previous month of the $323.12. So basically, though, we did. I'm not counting the 4,000 as extra earned because that is going straight into the purchase of the RV. But overall, as far as our income, mine and Ricky's, we made an extra $704.56. So that's awesome right there. Okay, so moving down to our regular expenses. Basically, I'll just read what it is and say whether we are on budget or over budget. So rent, $892.50, right on budget. I mentioned we had some changes going on, and that's going to be with our rent and our motorcycle insurance. Now, our lease is up May 27th. This will probably be my longest little conversation with you guys. Everything else we'll just try to run through it. But basically, our lease is up May 27th. The original plan, as we've changed a couple times, was, to hit the road in September, roughly mid-September after Burning Man. So we were planning on renting where we're at now, staying, just doing month to month because we knew we were going to have a month to month option. However, we did not know how much they were going to raise the month to month. So we got our notice and it basically offered us 2 options. 1, do month to month, or 2, sign another year lease. Well, we don't want to sign another year lease. We're going to be hitting the road in about 4 months or so. So that was kind of out of the option. So the month to month, they wanted to raise it $250 a month. that's crazy. Like, that's not going to help us get to where we need to be at all. In addition, in this house in the summer, our electric bill is up to like $250, and that's being modest, keeping it at like 78, 79, like keeping it pretty warm. So that's just, Ricky and I decided that's not going to work. So then we started thinking about, well, what if we get an RV now and hit the road in June? But then we had some hiccups with that. And again, stay tuned. Next week, I'll go over the whole deal with the RV. But my friend, she actually owns a rental house that's pretty close to her current house. And her tenant just recently moved out. And she called me up. I hadn't even told her our situation, hadn't even told her that our lease was coming up or any of that. And she reached out to me and said, hey, what if, so you guys can take your time, take a little more time saving, what if you moved into my rental property, paid, all of the utility bills, and took care of the yard maintenance, and they do have a pool, so taking care of the pool and doing all of that for the 3 months, and that way we could save up some more. And honestly, you guys, like, I'm all getting choked up a little bit. I was in tears when she told me that, because it's like, sorry. I know it sounds silly, but it's like, when someone offers you something so huge just out of their sheer love for you and their support for you in your journey, like, it just amazes me. So, okay. So we will be moving out. So we already did all of the stuff, giving our 30-day notice and all that. So we will be moving out of this rental house, moving into her house, until we hit the road in September. And that's going to save us that $892 a month, you guys. So this is like amazing. So plans changed. Things don't go according to plan, but for this one, it was definitely a blessing in disguise, and it worked out. And again, I'll talk more about the whole RV situation next week, so stay tuned for that. Car insurance, $119.35, right on budget. Netflix, $869, right on budget. Electric, $83.32, right on budget. Internet, $42.80. It went up $1, so we counted it as right on budget, but we changed that for the next month. Water, $102.34, right on budget. Adobe Cloud, $10.62, right on budget. Cell phone, $50, right on budget. Motorcycle insurance, $23.78, right on budget. Groceries, we originally budgeted $190, and again, we do get $26 from food stamps. I believe we get 1 or 2 more months of that, and then we don't get that assistance anymore, which is a good thing. We're trying to get off of that. And we had already purchased roughly a week of groceries before we started the month, for that first week of the month. But we still went over budget. We ended up spending $227.44, which is fine, not too bad. Gas, we budgeted $160. We went over budget. We spent $201. We did do a lot of extra driving, especially because we were selling the motorcycles. We drove more of, having the car between Ricky and I, as opposed to rotating between the car and the motorcycle. As well, we did make a trip down to Tucson for some RV shopping. So you'll hear more about that next week. But all in all, not too bad. Diapers, $35, right on budget. Personal care, $10, right on budget. Household, budgeted $10, spent $15.95. Now again, if we're only over budget by about $5, I say that we're pretty much right on budget, because it's not too far off. Rollover for the following month would be $427.75, right on budget. Okay, so regular expenses, we did pretty good. Groceries and gas went a little over, not bad. So let's head on down. All right, so we're moving on down. So now, like I said before, this used to be debt. We've changed this to our RV purchase. So we put the $4,000 from the sale of the motorcycle into here. I put it as green because it's actually saved. So it's money saved, not money spent. And so right here shows me I have a balance of $4,000. So we have $4,000 already right towards the purchase of the RV, which is awesome. We have our emergency savings. We originally budgeted $150. We're able to save $330.86. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're making some big progress. So our balance now for our emergency savings is $2,216.50. And some of you might be thinking, if you're working Dave Ramsey's steps, you might be thinking, well, why aren't you using the $4,000 to just fully fund your emergency savings and be done with it? Well, basically, we're working baby step 3, and 3A is the emergency savings, and then 3B would be a significant amount down on a house if you did not have a house already. And for us, our RV will be our house on wheels, if you will, for at least a few years to come. So for now, those are kind of planned. It's step 3A and 3B we're working simultaneously as well. We do have some sinking funds that we're doing in the mix of that. I'm extremely happy with what we did save because that was a little over 10% of our income, not counting that $4,000 as income. So that is good for us. So sinking funds, car registration, motorcycle registrations. Obviously, motorcycle registration will no longer exist. That's going to end up changing to RV registration. We did have a balance of about $220, if you remember from last month. Now we have a zero balance. I did have to register my motorcycle in my name before I could sell it, and then I did 1 year registration on the car, and we actually had $63 left over, so I just moved that into our car RV maintenance sinking fund. So we originally budgeted $34. We had to get some stuff taken care of, and we spent $50, so we were over budget as far as the monthly aspect of the maintenance, but again, we were able to just rotate that registration savings down into the maintenance. So now we have $63 for car maintenance that it's saved, so that's a plus. Okay, our other sinking fund, Burning Man. So if you are familiar, if you've been watching, you know we've been trying to get tickets for Burning Man. We did not get tickets in the main sale. April was the month to sign up for the STEP program. Basically, Burning Man doesn't send out your physical tickets until like June or July. So anyone who got tickets in the main sale and then they decide they're not going to be able to go, they can sell them through the STEP program and basically get refunded from Burning Man. And then people like myself, we sign up saying we need a ticket, and then we can actually buy a ticket straight from Burning Man. So you're not dealing with people reselling tickets, increasing the price, scalping tickets, and doing all of that crazy stuff. So we did sign up for the STEP program. However, some things have changed with that. Originally, my mom and my aunt were going to come down from Michigan and stay with the girls while Ricky and I went to Burning Man. But my aunt can no longer come down. She actually has to move herself. So I didn't feel it was fair for my mom to come down by herself. In addition, we are taking the girls up to Michigan for my mom to watch the girls during the month of October while we do our first work camping job, because it's going to be the sugar beet harvest. It's going to be intense, 10, 12-hour days that we're both going to be doing. So instead of having my mom watch the girls down here and then watch them up there, we just said, you know what, don't worry about coming down. And we kind of gave ourselves a time limit. If we don't have a ticket by June, we're just going to say that we're not going to go this year, and that money saved will just go into the RV fund, the RV purchase. And if we do get tickets, we're still going to go, but instead of tent camping like we originally planned, we will just take the RV and we will take the girls, and we'll be camping near, there are some family camps, so we'll just be camping near family camps. So there's still a possibility that we're going to go, so we're still kind of seeing how that plays out. But we originally budgeted $110. We were able to save $177.49, which was good. So we have our balance of $1,351. We estimate that the cost of the tickets is about $976.20. So the remaining amount is for food, gas, and then any outfits or leftover camping things that we may need. So we'll see how that ends up playing out. As far as giving, Arcadia and Elsa, we didn't add anything this month, so Arcadia and Elsa still have their little balance here. RV fund, now that's different from our purchase. Now the RV purchase is strictly to purchase it. RV fund is for things that we might need, organizing things inside, if we want to do any cosmetic work like painting, things like that. And so we budgeted 100, we were able to save 176, so now we have 380 saved. So basically our goal is to save 20% of our income each month, 10% to the emergency fund, 5 to Burning Man, 5 to the RV fund. We were able to exceed that budget on all 3 of them. So awesome. Homeschool office budgeted 100, 230.54. Now this is where instead of it being red, because we didn't spend 230, we actually spent 90 something, but again, I got paid the 132 from Google, so that was put into my office savings account. So again, Ricky and I agreed that anything made from YouTube, Google, Amazon affiliates, anything related to that type of business, and soon to be a website, I'm trying to get a website going, anything earned from that is going straight back into that. So like I mentioned, I'm working on a website right now, and this money right here will be going towards my yearly due for the website. So I'm just building it right now. So you guys, I'll be sharing that with you once I'm done with that as well. So doing good. We got some savings going now. It's like awesome. And finally, the fun category, we budgeted 100. We went over by about 150 roughly. We went over, and that's fine because again, we still saved over 20% of our income, and we are well on our way to making things happen the way we want them to happen. So thumbs up, you guys. I'm giving us an A+. All right, so now we're on to May this month. So it's already May 3rd, so there's been quite a bit of stuff already going on. If you notice when I show the previous month, I only show you what was budgeted versus what was actually spent. When I show you the current month or the next month, you'll see up here that I have every payday up there. And again, I budget for the month here, making sure it goes to a zero balance, meaning every dollar basically has a place to go. And then I budget it per week, determining, out of each paycheck what needs to be paid. So you're going to see there's some stuff already going on. All right, so we're going to jump right in. Income. We keep budgeting $1,436 for Ricky. That seems to be pretty close to what he's getting. Myself, we're only budgeting $900. Again, that is because we are moving. So I will have a week off at the end of the month. That way we can get the U-Haul and move, and then we have to clean the house. We also they want us to have the carpets professionally cleaned and have the receipt for that. And then we do our final walkthrough to give the keys back and all of that on the 27th. So I'm just going to take that whole week off. My goal is basically, I put my notice in at the Domino's I'm at, and I'm hoping I can just get transferred out to the Domino's in Gilbert. Even though we're going to be in Mesa, but Gilbert, that area is a lot better. In addition, I used to deliver newspapers in that same exact area, so I already know that area. So if I can just transfer over there, that'd be great. So stay tuned. Hopefully that goes good, but we'll see how that plays out. I think we'll be all right. So I'm budgeting 900. Again, I could make more with tips, seeing as I made about 1,500 in April just from delivering pizza. So we'll see. And then a rollover from the previous month, $427.75. We already have it. So going on down. So you'll notice here in our regular expenses, I changed our rent to now moving costs because we won't have to pay rent for June, which is awesome, but we do still have costs with moving. So I budgeted 300. I'm not sure really how that's going to go. Again, to get the carpet cleaned, I've gotten a couple quotes and it's been anywhere from 120 to 150, so we'll see if I can find anything cheaper. And then last time when we moved into this house, the cost of the U-Haul and everything was like about 140 something. So I'm hoping it's going to be a little less because, one, I'm hoping we have less stuff to move. Two, we're not going as far as from when we moved out here. So hopefully that's a little cheaper. We've already spent $2 though, because I already transferred with the post office, having them, they're going to start forwarding our mail over there on the 15th. So they always charge you like $1 per name or whatever for that. Now car insurance normally is $119. However, because we sold the motorcycles, I was able to cancel the motorcycle insurance, and we just paid the bill. So basically I got 21 of that $23 back, and I asked them just to go ahead and apply it towards the car insurance because they already had the money, so just apply it towards that instead of giving it back to me. So our car insurance was only $97.63 for this month because we had that $21 credit, so that's nice. Netflix is the same. Electric, our lowest bill ever in this house, $72.20. We went an entire month with no heat, no AC, and it totally made a huge difference. So I'm hoping the last month won't be too bad. But you'll notice when I get down to the rollover, we're not going to have as much needing to be rolled over because our electric and water, once we did deposits for those when we signed up when we first moved. So those deposits will be applied towards our final bill, so we won't have to pay those in June. And we possibly might have some more, even a refund from that. So we'll see. Internet, $42.80. We will be transferring the internet to the other house, and it will go up $10, I believe, starting maybe, I think I put that for June, but yeah. Then water, I budgeted $100. I don't have the actual bill yet, but it's been between $100 and $102, so that's fine. Adobe Cloud is the same. Cell phone's the same. Now here it's blank because we don't have motorcycle insurance anymore, but once we get the RV, we will have RV insurance, so we kind of just left that open because that will be replaced with a different expense. Groceries, we're budgeting $244, plus we have the $26 from our food stamp. Gas, we're budgeting $180. It could be higher again because we are probably going to make another trip out to Mesa a few times with the car before we get the U-Haul, so I may have to bump that up to $200. We'll see. Kids, I budgeted $50.11 because we already bought the diapers, which is about $30, and then we have the $5 still left for the wipes. And then we did buy the girls each a new outfit from Ross. It was like $15.11. I love Ross, you guys. They have some nice stuff, and it's usually pretty cheap. Dog food, budgeting $20. Personal care, I budgeted $168 because we technically spent $168. We had to get toothpaste. I might need to add some household. I'm not sure how we're doing on toilet paper, but I also wanted to start stocking up on the RV toilet paper. So we'll see. So again, rollover $145. So normally we roll over about $400 and something. That's to cover our car insurance and our electric and our water and things like that before we get paid in that month. But again, our electric and water will be paid with our deposit, so that's good. We still have some things listed on Craigslist, so whatever sells will be going into the RV purchase fund or the RV supply fund, so stay tuned for that. We'll see. So heading on down to the bottom here. So emergency savings, because we're not going to have to pay rent. Look at this, you guys. We're going to try to save $1,241.02 in the emergency savings. However, if you notice down here, we are not adding to Burning Man and we are not adding to the RV fund just for this month. Again, if we don't end up getting the Burning Man tickets, there's no need to keep adding to that fund because the $1,350 would just be added to the RV purchase. Anyways, we'll see. And then the other RV fund, we're putting on hold unless we sell stuff around the house. So that's kind of why we're going to save more. We're going to just bump up that emergency savings and be almost done. Giving, I need to adjust this, $869. I had some tarot cards and a booklet and everything that went along with it. I have a friend, she actually used to teach for me. We danced together at the college, and then she taught for me when I had the dance studio, but she's starting her own business of doing tarot readings, so I wanted to gift her my set, so that was just the shipping cost to ship it out to her, so I count that as a gift. So that's pretty exciting for her. And then homeschool office, we're budgeting 100. That's basically what we've been sticking to. And then last fun, we're budgeting 100. We've already spent 41 though, and it's only been day 3. So I have a feeling this will end up spending more. Seems like ever since we started doing the documenting these on the film, I feel like we've been spending about $250 on our fund money. That just seems to be pretty consistent with us. And we started off with only budgeting $50, and I raised it to 100. So I may just have to start raising it up a little bit more. Or in addition to that, because some of it, it's eating out money, we could just end up budgeting more towards the grocery money. So we'll see how that pans out. But all in all, we're looking good. We're sitting pretty. Things are moving along. We still plan on hitting the road sometime in September, you guys. So stay tuned for that. Again, next week, I'm going to let you know what's going on with the RV situation. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.